I don't even know how to start this video. Normally, throughout my YouTube history, I've liked to normally keep my private, personal life, separate from my YouTube life, but maybe we just try something out for once, something different, talk about things so y'all know where I'm at and maybe what the kind of future holds, because I know I made a new video about how I was gonna have a new era of content and all this stuff was gonna be happening, and I've not really posted since. And why is that? Well, if you haven't been able to tell by the title maybe or the thumbnail or something, I don't even know what I'm going to call this video or nothing. I don't really have a script or any notes. I'm just kind of talking from my soul, but I've mentioned it a few times through different community posts and in videos, but about the past year and couple months, my dad has been fighting cancer, and well, the fight is over. My father has passed away, and I don't really know how I'm feeling about it. Obviously I'm sad, I'm lost, I don't know a lot, and I don't really know how to move forward, I'm only 25. I feel like you're not supposed to go through this early in life, but I know some people go through it even earlier in life, and even my dad himself, he never even knew his real dad, because my dad's real dad died when my dad was only 2 months old or something like that. And maybe things will change in the future with more time and stuff, but man, the past week or so, nothing is funny anymore. Nothing makes me smile. None of that stuff. It sucks. It really sucks. I'm sure some of y'all watching know too. I'm sure this has happened to somebody who's watched before or somebody who's watching now. I'm sure other people have gone through it. And hey, maybe I'm just trying to talk to those people, or I'm just trying to feel something. My dad, he never really understood the whole computer stuff or YouTube stuff really for a long time. I remember even back when I was a younger kid, I was playing a lot of World of Warcraft, and he thought, I was just wasting my time on the computer. And I remember the first time I killed the Lich King and the cinematic was playing and my dad was in the room, and I was just I beat the last boss, and he was like, oh, so does that mean you can quit the game now? You're not going to be playing it all day, every day anymore? But no, that's not how MMOs work. All these years later, I'm still playing World of Warcraft every day pretty much. And then even when I started YouTube, I think I got some Minecraft gameplay going on in the background here, and that's kind of, I guess, just an homage to why I started YouTube, because if some of y'all don't know, I started YouTube way back in the day because I wanted to be a Minecraft YouTuber. I wanted to be like Sky Does Minecraft, or like Captain Sparkles, or, somebody like that. And obviously, I didn't stay a Minecraft YouTuber forever. I didn't ever pop off as a Minecraft YouTuber, though I did make a couple Minecraft videos that did relatively well on second channels, and actually even on this channel too, but I wouldn't say I'm a Minecraft YouTuber. I'm very proud of those videos though. And even on YouTube, my dad, he didn't get it, because I did it for many years while I was a teenager, and I would spend many years I'd stay up all night either playing games and making videos with my friends. And sometimes, if you've ever seen my videos, sometimes I'm a little loud in my videos, and I'm sure if I dug through my files and old recording sessions, I could find clips of me being loud and then my dad busting into my room at night telling me to shut up because he's trying to sleep because he's got to wake up for work in the morning. And he didn't really get it for a long time, but once things started to work out and I was able to do YouTube full time, I guess this is all parents, but he was really proud. And I don't even want to say my dad is like most parents who aren't okay with this, because my dad has always been about following your passion in life. He didn't want me to just go to college to get a good paying job that I wouldn't like. He did encourage me to do what I wanted to do in life. And, he always made me have a job, even when I wasn't doing YouTube full time. He kind of made me have a job so that way I could make money and, I'm okay with that. That was a good thing to teach, but man, there's a lot more stuff I wish I could have been taught. I wish I had more time. I wish I had so many things I wanted to learn still, so many stories I wanted to hear still, so many memories I wanted to make, but I guess I'm not going to be seeing him again for quite some time. So I love you, Dad, and until we meet again. But I know my dad, and I know he wouldn't want me to be broken down by this, and I know he wouldn't want me to give up or lose motivation for making videos and following my passions. So I'm going to keep making videos. I don't know what the timeline looks like for it necessarily. I don't know how many videos I'm going to be making here on this channel versus my other channels, but I mean, I wanted to post this video on this channel just because this is my original channel, I mean, yeah, I had YouTube channels before this one, but this was the one I really put my heart and soul into for like almost 15 years now or something. I don't know. And he would always brag to his friends too about me making YouTube videos and stuff. Even though he didn't really understand what I was doing, he would brag to his friends and tell them that his son, he would say, my son, he's an online entertainer, makes all this money, and he gets to keep his clothes on. Because to my dad, the only way you made money being a quote online entertainer was, well, by taking your clothes off. But things have obviously, it's not just that anymore, but it is what it is. It sucks when your parents get older. It really does suck. There's always this one thing that sticks out of my mind of like, I remember when I was a kid, I could never beat my dad in a foot race. Just like running on our feet, and we'd race across the whole backyard. And as a kid, I could never beat him, and I never did actually beat him per se. Obviously he got older, and it got to the point where I knew I could beat him, but all of a sudden I didn't really want to anymore. And seeing your parents get older sucks, and obviously cancer really sucks. So go hug your loved ones, tell them you love them. If someone in your life like that is gone now too, I feel for you. I feel like my life won't really be the same anymore after this. I feel like I'm just going to be a whole new person. I won't be the same again, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. There's been a lot that's happened in my life over the past couple years. I'll figure it out, and I'll keep pushing, and I'll keep doing what I love because I know that's what he would want. Another quick story, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a big wrestling fan, WWE, but also other shows other than just WWE. But my dad would take me to some WWE shows growing up, my mom and my dad, but because my dad always loved wrestling growing up too. I know he enjoyed being there, but he grew up watching a different generation of wrestling than I did, so he was never fully like... he didn't have the same excitement that I did, But I'll never forget the one time my dad jumped out of his seat was because Chris Jericho came out, which was like a surprise return. Chris Jericho popped out, and he was like confronting AJ Styles and Kevin Owens, and that was the last show we went together too. That was many years ago at this point. It's whenever AJ Styles had the US title, if anybody cares that much about it. There's an episode of Raw, I think, or maybe it was SmackDown, where, Kevin Owens was US champion, AJ Styles came out and called him out, Chris Jericho came out and called him out, and then they had a triple threat match for the US title to end the show, and AJ Styles won it. Not that, I don't know, I'm rambling. I don't know if anybody even cares about that, but yeah, it sucks. It really does suck, especially over the timeline of, the last time I saw my dad even was, well, I saw him over Christmas, but I saw my dad before that when he was healthy. The last time I saw him was like Christmas of 2023, I think, or maybe it was 2024, where him and my mom came out to visit me, and because we live in different parts of the country now. And then he went home, and then the next year I was going to go see them, but then on Christmas time my dad got cancer in 2024, so he fought it for a year and a couple of months. And even Christmas this year was kind of hard because I was there hanging out with my dad, but the cancer was already getting him pretty bad. And the last time I saw my dad, I didn't even really get to have any conversations with him because he was just either in pain or on a lot of medication, so he was in and out of sleep. He just couldn't really talk, and I didn't want to make him talk either. So we just watched videos. We watched like Danny Duncan videos, and then we watched old wrestling matches, and he was awake and present, and he looked like he was enjoying his time watching those with me. And then I went home after Christmas, and a couple weeks go by, and my mom tells me that his cancer's worse and it spread more, and if he wanted to keep doing the chemo and radiation and stuff, that he would be in the hospital pretty much all the time and just be weaker and weaker. And he decided himself that he just wanted to go home and let whatever happen, happen. And, well, what happened did happen, so here we are now. It's going to be hard to move on, but I know he's not dead. Because in my opinion, I don't think people die. I think your body could die, your body stops living, but I don't think you are your body. I think you are what's inside of you, and I don't think you can kill that. But that's just my personal opinion. I don't want to like get into like religious beliefs or anything like that, just because I believe what I believe, and whatever you guys want to believe, you can believe too. I'm never trying to push what I believe on other people. Anyways, I should stop ranting. I'm just going on and on and on and on and on. So, yeah, I'm just going to end this video here. Thanks for listening to my rant, and I appreciate all of y'all who stuck by me through all these years. You guys have made me feel like I am something in life. But, yeah, I'll see y'all with my next video, whenever that is.